humid and very hot Miami Beach. I know they say that summer officially starts right after Memorial Day weekend. Not in Miami Beach and not in Florida. It's really, really humid. Came out for a walk along the boardwalk because I needed to move. So today is the Monday right after Mother's Day weekend. I hope everybody had a great Mother's Day. We had a pretty quiet one ourselves because we had just come from a little trip, my sister and I, a little sister's trip, and we were really tired, so we just ordered Chinese food and we just played board games, and it was just a quiet day at home. We're gonna celebrate it properly. We're gonna take our mother out properly to a restaurant this coming Saturday. But anyway, the reason I was out for a little trip, we went to Atlanta, my sister and I, is because we went to see the Savannah Bananas. And that was actually my little Christmas gift to her. And I'm gonna put like some images right after my introduction, because let me tell you, I tried to record. I mean, I recorded a bunch of stuff when I was there, but there is so much music playing constantly that I could not obviously play all the clips with the music, because YouTube would, would not let me. Basically, it was like copyright. But it's music constantly. It's a super, super fun experience. I highly recommend it to anybody that can get a chance to get tickets and go, because it's just really once in a lifetime crazy experience, but super fun experience. And for us, it was totally worth making the trip to Atlanta for just a couple days and catching the game. So yeah, that's what we did. So let's keep on walking and I'll keep on telling you about the Savannah Bananas. Making a little pit stop, taking a little break, and wanted to tell you more about the Savannah Bananas. So, as maybe of you know, I don't know if you're familiar with it. I knew about the Savannah Bananas maybe for a couple of years ago that my sister told me about it, and they just seemed crazy. My sister's a huge baseball fan. She's done the baseball, fantasy league. She follows the Marlins. She follows pretty much the whole league. I mean, she's a pretty big fan, along with my dad. So we when we learned about the lottery system, because that's the only way that you can get tickets to the Savannah Bananas, and I think there's 6 teams in the league, and the league is known as like Banana Ball. So that's the only way that you can get tickets, is you enter a lottery, and then if you win the lottery, then they allow you to buy tickets to whatever game I guess you want to go to. So we both enter the lottery, and once you enter the lottery, I think you're allowed to pick maybe the 3 top cities you want to visit, or the 3 top games, or the 3 top dates, etc. So we obviously picked Miami because they were coming to Miami, and neither of us got the lottery. So now what I want to tell you is that I'm assuming that because this is how I got tickets, if you enter the lottery and you didn't get tickets, you didn't win the lottery and have a chance to get tickets, still check your spam and your junk email, because that's how I got my tickets. I got an email like early December 2025 and spam, like my junk, and it said like, you have banana ball tickets, or get your banana ball tickets or something like that. So I was like, what? So obviously when I saw the email, I was like, nah, this is probably a scam, because they say you can only get tickets through the lottery, and the tickets are only $40. So if you get tickets from somebody that's selling tickets, like another website or something, or somebody's asking you to pay more than $40, it's probably a scam. So when I saw the email, I was obviously skeptical, but I was like, you know what, whatever. Even if it's like $80, because I was gonna get a ticket for my sister myself, it's not a big deal. Like if I lose $80, whatever, it's $80, and I can always call the company and see if they can reimburse it. Like whatever, it's not a huge deal. It's not a huge loss. I took a chance and I got the tickets, and I remember that it was like kind of like a weekend or something, and I couldn't call Banana Ball, Savannah Bananas office to confirm. So I had to wait until like Monday or Tuesday. I think I left a message to call me back, and finally when they called me back, they were like, nope, you got tickets. I was like, oh my God. So I was like, how do I keep this down? How do I keep this a secret for like the next 2 weeks so I can surprise my sister for Christmas? Because we put a budget to ourselves, like $40, no more. And so I was like, this is perfect. This is my gift for her. And so I had to keep it a secret for like the next 15 days. And then I was like, how am I going to surprise her? So what I did, I just put in a little gift bag. Well, you'll see, because I'm going to play the clip here. I put a couple of bananas in a gift bag, and I printed the email. And she thought it was like a baking thing because she bakes. She was like, "Is this a recipe for like banana bread? Like, why are you giving me this? Like, this is so weird for Christmas." So anyway, I thought it was just hilarious. But I definitely surprised her, and it was like the one gift that I wanted, to give somebody on Christmas Day, and I mean Christmas Eve, and I was just so excited, and she was so excited. You can see in the clip. So anyway, we went to, obviously we couldn't get tickets to Miami. The only chance, I was only allowed to buy tickets for either the games of May 7th, May 8th, or May 9th. So since Mother's Day was a Sunday, obviously I didn't want to take a chance on like go watch a game on Saturday night and then us having probably the chance of like missing our flights. You know how things are lately with transportation and flying. So we decided to leave on a Thursday night after work, watch the game on Friday, and then come back on Saturday. So that was like 2 nights in Atlanta. Great thing is that tickets were only $40, and I actually got the hotel for free because I had points through Marriott. So my hotel was for free, and the flights to Atlanta, as you can tell, as you probably know, we got it far enough in advance that it was like pretty economical. So we had like a little 2-day getaway, and it was a great little getaway for both of us. So the game itself, or the Savannah Banana experience, this is kind of like what my sister describes it perfectly. It's like a show within a baseball game. So it's like not everybody there is really going to watch the baseball game. There's a lot of families. It's very kid friendly. The stadium was packed, and I mean packed. It was really, really sold out. When they tell you sold out, it's sold out. And it was like 40 to 50,000 people. I mean, that stadium is huge. It's the Brave Stadium is where we went to see in Atlanta, Truist Park. And it was sold out, but it's so much fun. Festivities start like, the party starts like 4 hours, I think, or 5 hours before the game, because the game starts around 7 and there's something going on. So it's like 2 p.m. I've never been to Truist Park, but if you've been, you know that there's a bunch of restaurants around it, which I really like. There's a movie theater. I mean, there's stuff to do in that area, even if you're not watching a baseball game. But anyway, they had like a stage set up, a lot of booths, obviously, to shop, buy merchandise. But they have a Princess Potassium, or Princess Potassia. They have a band. They had the Bananas, which is like a cheerleader group made of entirely very built, very food enthusiastic men, let's call it that. They actually have, Letitia says, like rad bod or dad bod or something like that. Super fun. I mean, they're just playing games constantly, getting the audience involved, and music, and it's just a party. You'll see from all the images. I was gonna do voice off, and I was just leave you with the clips because it's just too much music going on, and I wouldn't be able to show it anyway with the music. There's stuff within the game. There's music constantly. Whenever a player goes up, they have their own theme song, which we do the same thing for the Marlins. But I mean, it's just music constantly throughout the game. In between innings, there's a game going on, and people get prizes or whatever. There's each team has like an MC. We play the Party Animals. There's 6 teams in the league, so this is like, somebody told us, because we ran into a couple of ladies that were going for the Party Animals, and they told us that they actually got tickets through the Party Animals website. So I'm assuming, maybe not, because I think the owners of the Savannah Bananas basically own all the teams, and they just create a team so they can play each other. If you can't find tickets through like Savannah Bananas, you might be able to get tickets through another team that's playing them. It might be easier to get tickets. Maybe they're all built in a lottery system as well. I'm not sure. You need to find that out for yourselves. But that might be like a little trick that you can get tickets from another team that's playing the Savannah Bananas. And anyway, the game was super fun. There is so much going on all the time, and they're just charismatic and they're so fun, and they bring the audience in. And I mean, the one thing that I can say is that it is a little distracting, because if you're there to watch a game, which not really, I mean, it's not they're not going to go to the World Series or anything like that. They have their own World Series, but it's not like the Marlins versus, I don't know, the Braves or something like that. It's like, so everybody there is kind of like not really going to watch the game, and they're getting up constantly, like constantly. There is nobody telling them, hey, you gotta sit down, hey, you gotta, stay in your seat until whatever. There's kind of like an unspoken code or rule when you go watch like an actual baseball game, that wait until the inning is over so you can get up and go buy your beer or whatever. But not here. Especially with kids and merchandise being sold all over the place. It's like, no, you can get up and so it was like a little distracting, and we kept like getting up and going down, because everybody in our aisle was getting up and getting on what is it, up and down. They were like going and buying their stuff and coming back. Lots of kids, but it was fun. I mean, I highly recommend it. It was super fun. And after the game, I think they have like an hour where they play like music. They go back to like where the game started and they play music and stuff like that, which I'm assuming is just covers. But it's really fun. I highly recommend it. And anyway, that's what's been happening in my life lately. I went to a Savannah baseball game. So this is my YouTube channel. This is my first YouTube video. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you learn a little bit about the Savannah Bananas and gives you a little bit of guidance on how to hopefully get tickets and enjoy that experience, because it's totally worth it. So I'm going to leave you with some clips, and I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye. Because I want to see your reaction.
Oh, I like that. Eso me gusta. Eso sí me gusta porque that means you don't know. I like that. What? I don't get it.
Bananas.
That
Blank bananas.
That means you need potasio. Sigue mirando. Vamos a ver.
Sigue mirando. Saca. Blank bananas.
The bananas. The blank bananas. You got
Savannah
them.
Bananas.
No.
We got tickets.
Oh, the crazy bananas.
We got tickets. No, but it wasn't the lottery. I just got tickets. I just got an email. We got tickets with May 8th. Here to see. What do you mean?